A new face? Looking for another chapter of dirty lore for your biography?
You have but to ask, and we can grant you a moment of pleasure. Don't be shy.
An intriguing pair. Takes me back to my youth.
Silly. We are the gift. One free ride with me or my brother.
Or perhaps you have greater ambitions yet. Trust me, you don't want to miss my signature Mesobaranzan love trick. Darling, we are not fooling anyone. Unless you pay me to make a fool of you. You'll just have to see what is in store. We are twins. We can make up a little show of kissing each other, but when we are hired at the same time, there are often many other clients in the room to attend to.
In that case, we will require two of you. And indeed, I suggest it. Because I have never seen a creature as fair as this pale bow beside you.
What a world. I never dreamed I'd be on the paying end in a brothel. But our leader here has made the dire mistake of failing to sleep with me so far, and it's a mistake I have been aching to correct. Oh, so eager. You're delicious.
Perhaps you'd care for a little extra company. Oh, I suspect we shall be more than merry.
Charming. For being a friend who helped Amira, we will charge a little less. Let's go. This is thrilling.
These four walls are so distracted recently. Such fog coursing through my brain. Look at me. You need only think of me.
Delights.
Hear me so loud. Caress is caress. Also
As much as I enjoy when others watch, that wasn't included in the price.
Whatever comes, I'm ready.
Shouldn't have wished to live in more interesting times.
Enjoyed it.
Quite the merry little party we have assembled here.
In Kuel Azul custom from our home, groups of 5 or more meet quorum to qualify as orgies. 4 or fewer are simply a gathering, legally speaking at least.
Shall we? I hope you're not afraid of the dark, my darling. I must snuff out the lights before we begin. It's all part of the experience. The room is bathed in total darkness, so there is nothing to distract from your ecstasy.
The lady, Nim, moves your hand to where the clasps of her blouse lie.
All right, sweethearts. You dared to dance with a professional. You'll get your desire.
His skin is like lustered pearls, almost translucent, and so delicately smooth.
He's so perfect. It could move even the toughest soul to tears.
Nature used all of its powers when it sculpted you, Astarion.
It's so easy to see why that body alone ruined so many lives.
You haven't earned the right to stare at me like that. I can't help myself. You look so delicious. I hope you like a kiss with teeth, druid.
As long as you like to be caressed by claws, Astarion.
For this, I feel we should be paying you.
Astarion lavishes attentions on everyone present with flawless technique, unfazed. It's all pure instinct, but when you meet his eye for a moment, there's a look about him that reveals he's a million realms away.
Give me a moment, for pity's sake. You've exhausted me already.
We recover quickly, but not that quickly. Even in the best of times, it's an oasis of pleasure and calm. In the city's chaos, with Baldur's Gate preparing for war, the caress feels like the final flicker of a beautiful flame before darkness falls.
Oakfather preserve you. Indeed. Thank you for inviting me. I hadn't realized you considered me a worthy accomplice in such matters. I hope you'll keep me in mind in future. Our time with those two drow was certainly bracing. Takes me back to some youthful misadventures in the Underdark. Very much so. One positive I will concede about city life is that you never know what lies around the corner. It was a long time ago. I was a foolhardy young druid, intent on seeing the beauty of nature's unworldly fauna and subterranean glow for myself. Certain events transpired, and I found myself a guest of a noble drow house for a time. Well, something between guest, prisoner, and consort, perhaps. The house matron took an interest in me, and the patron also. They saw me as a novelty, perhaps. I was chained in their bedchamber for nigh on 3 years. It was not ideal, but not without its positives either. I did what was necessary to survive, and perhaps a few things that were less than necessary. Don't misunderstand me. I feared for my life and wanted my freedom back, but I was willing to wait for my moment. And eventually it came. Lolth's noble houses are constantly at each other's throats, And eventually, some rivals of my hosts sought to unseat them. It was chaos, drow against drow, the clash of blades echoing throughout caverns, the feel of warm blood that I could not see. I took my chance and fled while all were distracted. I never looked back until I breathed fresh air again. And never learned what came of my hosts. Indeed. Perhaps I carry more resentment than I realize. Time can prove to be a trickster on one's recollections. What would be multiple lifetimes for others now separate me from my captivity. Perhaps I have lost perspective on what happened to me. I am aware. Perhaps I put too much faith in my skills of negotiation, or want to see good where there is none. It would be easy to resort to nature's fury whenever something stood in my way, yet I cannot help but feel I would be sullying the Oakfather's gifts. Naive, perhaps, but I still draw breath.